He had practiced the sentence over and over in his head before saying it. The plan was simple: join the afternoon city tour, introduce himself to the guide, and make a small friendly comment to break the ice. He wasn't fluent yet, but he was confident enough to try. After all, he had been studying English for months. The tour group gathered in front of the meeting point, near a quiet cobblestone plaza. People were chatting in different languages, holding maps, cameras, and small bottles of water. The guide appeared, a cheerful woman in her 30s with a bright green cap and a clipboard. She smiled at the group. "Hi everyone, welcome to the walking tour. Please let me know your names and where you're from." When it was his turn, he stepped forward, smiled, and said confidently, "Hello, I'm hungry." The guide blinked. Someone behind him giggled. He paused. That wasn't right. He had meant to say, "I'm Hungarian." But the words had slipped. Maybe it was the nerves, maybe it was the pressure of speaking in public, but he had said hungry instead of Hungarian. The guide laughed softly, trying to be kind. "Well, we'll find a nice snack on the way." He flushed red but managed a small laugh. From that moment, he realized how one small pronunciation slip could change everything. He had read about this, how country names and feelings often get confused. Hungry versus Hungarian. Polish versus Polish. He had even written it down once in a notebook but hadn't reviewed it in weeks. The tour continued and, thankfully, the guide didn't tease him further. But she did check in with him later during a museum stop. "You're from Hungary, right?" she asked with a smile. He nodded. "Yes, sorry about earlier. I meant to say Hungarian, not hungry." She grinned. "No problem. English is tricky sometimes. But you're doing great." He appreciated the kindness. After that, he paid more attention to his pronunciation. Not just practicing vocabulary silently in his head, but speaking out loud. Listening to how native speakers said the words. He even began recording himself and comparing the sounds. That mistake taught him a lesson he wouldn't forget: fluency isn't just about grammar and vocabulary. It's also about clarity, how you pronounce things, how you pause, how you stress certain words. And maybe most importantly, it's about laughing at your mistakes, learning from them, and moving on. By the end of the tour, he was asking questions confidently. He learned words like itinerary, landmarks, guidebook, and phrases like catch up, stay close, and on your left. He even made a few friends on the tour, and they still joked about him being hungry when they met up again that evening for dinner. If you're learning English, remember, mistakes are not failures. They're moments that make you better. Speak up. Laugh it off. And always double-check your country's name. We're here every day with real stories that teach you real English, naturally, enjoyably, and memorably. Subscribe if you haven't already, and let us know in the comments, what's a funny English mistake you've made before.